Hey, what's up, zoners? Are you drafting this weekend? I hope not, dude. I hope not. Have you seen all those hamstrings, man? Popping all over the league. I'm a Vikings fan, for God's sakes, dude. Have you seen what's happened with them? This is why we do not draft until the very end. We have a listener league. I think we're going to be drafting like the 31st or something of this month. Same thing with my main league. So if you are a commissioner, please push back your drafts. Anyways, hey, I've got to get you prepared for this weekend anyways, because of course you will be drafting. You scheduled this shit months ago. So I will be providing 160 rankings, non-kickers and defense. So there we will be going a little bit deep. This will be a work in progress. I'll probably try to come out with these like every Thursday or Friday. Coming up, man, for these weekends. And I'm going to use this. This is my personal shit, dude. It's my personal draft kit. So anyways, I've got all this in an Excel file. I'm going to share that with you in a second. Before I get to that, I'm going to point out my bust and my draft value targets because I've got my rankings lined up with their ADPs. Banjo's excited, dude. That's my dog right here. ADPs, man. We're going to see where they line up so we know who I have overvalued, who I have undervalued, and who we want to target. So I've got my notes in an Excel file. I'm going to share that with you right now. All right, let's start this off. It is in order of my rankings. So first column, the player's name, Christian McCaffrey. Second column, his rank according to me. All right, big turd. Third column, their ADP according to ESPN right now. So where this player is going in the ESPN leagues. So he is number one in my rankings. He's going number one in ESPN leagues. The difference between that is 0. So that lines up. So the first, 20 picks pretty much line up, but ranked number 20 for me. When we have a fantasy MVP special show this Friday. But newsflash, fools. Oh, Dan, is that my wife? It's not. I can continue on, dude. DJ Moore, I have as my fantasy football MVP heading into this season. I've been talking to about him for 2 months, 3 months. Then all of a sudden, people started talking about him as well. They better shut up, dude, because I want to be able to draft him in the 3rd round still. So yeah, dude, I have him ranked 20. He is ADP 47. That is a difference of 27. That's a huge value for me. Josh Jacobs, man. I've been seeing a lot of articles about Josh Jacobs. And people were like, yeah, why is he going so low? Shut up, dude. I've been talking about him for like 3 months. Stop it. I still want to draft him. So Josh Jacobs, I have ranked 21. And he is going as, player 39 off the draft board? Dude, difference of 18. Big value there. I don't even want Drake London this year. I don't know where he's going. But I still have him ranked, man. Ahead of Ayuk, ahead of Nico, because London is it. I get that they have the dude from the Bears. I can't think of Darnell Mooney, but still, like that is it. It's him, and this system has supported Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, stuff like that. I don't really want to draft London, but I apparently have him marked as a value right now. Same thing with Rachaad White. Rachaad White is going low. I do see the Buccaneers regressing without Dave Canales, but the defensive head coach they're going to still run the ball, and it's all volume, dude. Rachaad White did well because of volume. It's still going to be there, and he's still going to be a safety outlet for Baker Mayfield. Brandon Ayuk, I told you, man, I'm not going to rank him like he's going to the Steelers until he actually goes to the Steelers, and now we're seeing he might never go to the Steelers. He's probably going to stay 49er. If he went to the Steelers, man, he would be dropping like a stone in my rankings. But still, I have him as top of the 3rd round? Nico Collins. I'm not going to talk about him because it's only 8, but I still love Nico Collins, dude. Get Nico Collins. Zay Flowers, man, 2nd-year wide receiver. My comp to him was Antonio Brown, and did you see him play last year? He played like it. He almost had 2 touchdowns against the Chiefs. Got that one knocked out on the end zone. Check out his 5 final games. That fool was averaging 20-something fantasy points per game. Do you remember when Rob St. Brown did that his rookie year? Well, shit. What's going on here, dude? I get it. They are the Ravens, and Mark Andrews was injured, but still, dude, Zay Flowers, man, 2nd-year wide receiver, number 1. All right, Malik Neighbors, I'm coming around, dude. I've been reading too much shit. I've been reading too much. If Malik Neighbors, I didn't want anybody on the Giants, man. I liked Jalen Hyatt last year, and he didn't do anything. But Malik Neighbors, I just been reading, man. Derek, he was targeted on 11 of 14 passes on the 2 drives that he played for against the Lions in practice, and he caught every ball and he caught a long touchdown. Malik Neighbors, a lot of potential upside. And then, hey, dude, one of the biggest values in the draft for me, Christian Kirk. I've been talking about him forever. Top 12 wide receiver. When he was, last time he was a number one option in the Trevor Lawrence offense, dude. That's what he is again. Amari Cooper, again, dude. Ranked 35, going to 68. Huge value there. Tank Dell. I wanted to put Tank Dell up, all right? I'm about Nico and Tank. I don't give a shit about Diggs. He is out. He's on the outs for me. One of these wide receivers are not going to do well. I think it's going to be Diggs. He might be traded, dude, by halfway through the year, as far as I'm concerned, because he's going to complain when he's not doing well. But Tank Dell, I wanted to wait and see health. He caught that touchdown. He looked pretty good doing it, man. Juke, juke. So I did like seeing that. Laporta, I'm waiting on tight ends this year, dude. I got Kelsey first round last year, all right? So I'm waiting on tight ends. I love Pat Freiermuth late. So Laporta is injured as well. I'm down on him. Jalen Hurts, I am a little bit down on, but I need to think about my quarterback rankings. I think those are going to change the most on this. Terry McLaurin, dude. Terry McLaurin, dude. Who am I talking to? Nobody's here. Damn. Anyways, dude, he's a huge value. Everybody's all pumped up on Jaden Daniels and Cliff Kingsbury offense. The first time Cliff Kingsbury was offensive coordinator, a coach with Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins was wide receiver 5 the first year. Terry McLaurin's badass, dude. People forget. Let's see. Next up, dude, Pacheco. I am down on Pacheco. All right. Do I have a reason? Yeah, because I owned him like 2 years in a row. And I just want, dude, if I'm taking a running back that high, I want people that is going to catch passes as well. And I do not see that. Oh, and I'm high on Zamet. And they kept Clyde Edwards, and they kept Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I don't know, man. I just don't. Lamar Jackson, I'm a little bit far down on as well, and Mahomes. But Mahomes is my quarterback 3. I just think I'm ranking quarterbacks a little bit lower right here. And then Kelsey, you know I have a vendetta against Kelsey. That's a D, dude. James Conner. I'm cracked for Conner. Hey, man, this guy was the number 1 running back from week 13 on last year. Marvin Harrison Jr. is kicking ass. James Cook, Fumblerooski. He might lose his job to some guy named Ray Davis. I'm down on him. Joe Mixon. I thought I wanted Joe Mixon this year. Now I'm looking at my rankings and I'm like, shit, maybe I don't want him. So Joe Mixon, it's got to be workload, and he's going to be a running back too. He's got to have 75% of that carries there and be a running back too, because his efficiency is going to be terrible, all right? His efficiency is going to be terrible. I think best case scenario, he's a low-end running back 1, but still, man, I mean, I like him as much as I like Zamir. So, I mean, I have them in the same tier. But yeah, I'm really high on Zamir. White. Dude, Ramondre Stevenson, I thought I was high on. Apparently, he's going where I think he should. AR-15, owned him last year. I'm waiting on quarterbacks. I'm not all about quarterbacks early, dude. You can wait and get Love super late. Trevor Lawrence, and people are going like undrafted almost, dude. This is a year to wait on quarterbacks. George Kittle. Yeah, I'm getting Josh Allen or I'm waiting, dude. That's why my quarterback rankings are kind of messed up right now on this. But anyways, dude, I got time to fix it. Kittle. I'm a little bit lower on him, but like I said, dude, I'm waiting on tight ends this year. The value on later tight ends. And if you watched my how champions won their league last year, hitting on tight ends late, like 25% of Laporta owners won a championship. And then it was, who was Trey McBride was like 18%. So, and then Ferguson as well. So if you can hit on a tight end late, dude, it is a huge, huge benefit for your championship odds. You're filling out your roster with these other running backs and wide receivers, dude. They get injured all the time. Zeke, man, huge value for me. He's not my biggest value, I don't think. But I am not liking what I'm seeing out of camp, all right? But I'm telling you, man, I don't see a world. He's the number 1 running back on this team. I would have Mostert over him, but Zeke is still the number 1 running back on this team. Even though Dowdle is looking good to me, I still have Zeke getting 15 goddamn touchdowns. I shouldn't say that. All right, man. Mostert, same thing as last year, dude. All right. Jalen Wright, they drafted, and now he's going the same. Mike McDaniel's talking about how they have 3 number 1 running backs or 2 number 1 running backs. Mostert is the red zone running back, led the league 18 touchdowns. I do not see that. I mean, I see that going down, but not by much. As long as he stays healthy. CJ Stroud, man. CJ Stroud. People, I do not have CJ Stroud as high in my quarterback rankings. You got to be able to run the ball, man. More to me, if you're going to be that high. The thing about him is he's got that upside when he gets into shootouts. He's kind of like a Joe Burrow-ish. He can get like a 40-point game with just his arm. But I like Love more because he runs the ball more. Anyways, dude, Cortland Sutton, huge value to me. Do you remember Marquise Colston? He was wide receiver 2 or 3, like a couple years in a row. And now in steps Bo Nix. Marquise Colston body type to me is Sutton. And he was already getting targeted in the preseason, dude. So there you go. Brock Purdy and Caleb, I'm not going to talk about them. Deontay Johnson, you already know, dude. I need to add Adam Thielen to this list. I keep on forgetting about Adam Thielen, just like everybody else. But Deontay Johnson, man, you could see him being a PPR monster this year. Christian Watson, he is all about that upside. Dobbs is the safer floor there. He's a safer pick. He's going to be that, get the most targets. But Christian Watson, dude, as far as getting a touchdown, long touchdowns every other game or so, I could see that happening. Like Christian Watson could literally be a top 10 wide receiver. I do not see that for Dobbs. Keenan Allen. I had Keenan Allen last year. Amazing. Now I'm just talking about everybody. I need to shut up. T. Higgins. T. Higgins has actually been doing really well. Has not complained about anything. He's on that franchise tag. I might need to move him up. But I am all about the third wide receiver. We'll talk about him later if you watched my Hype Train video, dude. Xavier Worthy. Super high Xavier Worthy. Hollywood Brown. Injured for the first 6 weeks. So who is going to be there, dude? It's going to be Kelsey and Worthy. Talk about getting chemistry early. I love Worthy. And then Chubb is going to be rising up the charts, man, until we figure out how healthy he is. If he is anything in that offense, dude, with Kevin Stefanski, he will be a league winner. He's going, I have him, going 78, which is 24 picks earlier than where he's going right now. Oh, my God, dude. Lad McConkey. Oh, I got to talk about DeAndre Swift. I have down, I'm all about Khalil Herbert. That's why I'm down on Swift. Montgomery. Now there is an injury to Gibbs. I already reflected that in my rankings before. I need to rank that. I need to think about that. It's hard for me to put Montgomery above number 1 running backs like Brooks, Chubb, dude, Pollard even is probably going to be a number 1 running back. And I have that. So it's hard for me to put number 2s above number 1s, but he is kind of an exception there. Lad McConkey, the same source that said Puka would break out, is now saying that Lad McConkey is the breakout for this season. Problem is, he got a little injured, and we do not know about Herbert's foot, so that is a huge issue here. But I'm still high until I hear otherwise. Let's see, dude. Tony Pollard. I hate Tony Pollard. But where he's going, man, him or Tyjae Spears are going to be a huge value. One of them. And because I don't like the wide receivers there, but I like the running backs. So, and they've got Peter Skoronski. There's some offensive line there moves there that were interesting. So I like that. And then Shakur, I think, is one of my biggest. I think it might be my biggest value in the draft. He is my number 1 wide receiver for Josh Allen, my number 1 quarterback this year. So he is the safest pick. I think that he will be a great wide receiver 2. Worst case, an amazing flex, dude, going this late. I haven't had a Diggs, who's my biggest bust. I already told you. He's a wide receiver 3 for me, so I'm getting a wide receiver 1. I already ranked, Nico and Tank. I gotta rank some other people way ahead of that wide receiver 3 there. Calvin Ridley, no thank you, dude. I don't want to. DeAndre Hopkins getting injured does help him a lot. But there is still Treylon Burks. Dalton Kincaid, everybody's all Dalton. I owned Dalton Kincaid too, dude, last year. He almost won me. He won me a lot of games in the middle of the year. But then Dawson Knox came back, and it went back to the norm. And guess what, dude? Dawson Knox is still there. I want a 1 tight end situation, dude. Give me a 1 tight end situation. But you got to go there for upside because there's no number 1 wide receiver right now. Bowers. I learned that you got to invest in rookie tight ends these days. And Bowers apparently is the best rookie tight end of all time. Keon Coleman, catch radius. I talked about him in my hype video. There's going to be a value in the Bills, man. Who's it going to be? You got to throw darts. Singletary. He's going to be the number 1 running back there. I know I wrote down somebody's name, like maybe Eric Gray or something like that, who got all the receptions and the runs in that first preseason game. But, hey, dude, a number 1 running back this late. I mean, that's like Raheem Mostert last year type shit. You just got to kind of do it. And then, I talked about Dobbs. I am up on Dobbs. I moved him ahead of Reed. So I have Christian Watson, Dobbs, Reed, Wicks. Who knows who's it going to be, dude? It's crazy how the options they have. No wonder Jordan Love is set up for success, man. Gus Edwards, I was all about Vidal, and so I had Gus Edwards low. Now Vidal's probably not going to make the fucking team, dude. So I got to put up Gus. Njoku was only good with Flacco. He was like tight in 15 with Watson in the games. TJ Hawkinson, dude. I'll take Freiermuth and Hawkinson and do something later with it. Anyways, that is pretty much everybody that I have compared to the ADPs. Because once you get a little bit lower, it just starts going a little bit wild. So I'll just start talking about some people that stand out to me. Stafford, we need to worry about his injury, dude. Even though he's a quarterback that has been injured his whole fucking career and still slings it. But I want to know, man, because it's going to affect my Cooper Kupp rankings. Dowdle, huge value right now. He is worth. He's like the running back 2 that I want, man. Like him and Montgomery might be doing similar shit. Anyways, let's see. Addison, hopefully he's okay. Trey Benson and Hubbard. If you miss out on running backs early in your draft, be sure to grab Hubbard. All right, because he's going to be like a number 2 running back for the first month of the year, and he will get you through. And then Pat Freiermuth, dude, he's the biggest target for me for tight ends this year because of that stupid coach over there. All right, Mims Jr. I moved him ahead of Franklin after that preseason game. Let's see. We got Herbert. We got Watson. We got Franklin over here. So again, these are my rankings. I have to 160, so we're getting to the end. Troy Franklin. Again, that not Cortland Sutton. The Marquise Colston comp. I'm going to roll the dice on a rookie wide receiver from Sean Payton, probably every year, dude. And then McLaughlin. Jason loves McLaughlin. Braylon. Oh, yeah. Hunter Henry, dude. If you miss out on the tight end, Hunter Henry is going to be a huge value as well. J.K. Dobbins, you can see him, how low he is. No, thank you. And then here's a couple of the league winners or the hype train stuff that we were going over. I have them ranked now. Iosivas, that fool looked awesome. He got a 23-yard pass, but Joe Burrow threw it behind him. He still went back and caught it and then juked a dude at the same time. It was pretty crazy. I need to have that wide receiver Whittington for the Rams. Even though how many wide receivers can the Rams support? I don't know. And then Lobb is the running back behind Zamir White. He did not get much work. Demario Douglas, even if Brissett is there, has a lot of potential to be a good flex. And then now we're putting Pearsall up here just to pay attention to with all this trade talk. I wanted to include him. Bucky, I think he's a late running back worth taking a shot on. Daniel Jones, I don't give a fuck. And then, oh yeah, I was all about Kmet, dude. I was going to tell people to draft Kmet, man, because I am all about Caleb Williams. And then Gerald Everett got targeted in the end zone, and I remembered he was on that team. All right. So, and then Estime or whatever, he's the backup running back to McLaughlin, and he's actually looking pretty good. Javonte Williams looked like a huge turd last year. The running back, remember Deuce McAllister and all that shit? The running back for that Saints system could be very valuable. So that is worth paying attention to as well. So those are my rankings. Let's see if I can stop sharing right now. I can do it. All right, everybody, that is the show. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully I earned a thumbs up. Hopefully I earned a subscription, man. We just made it over 1,000. There's no going, even if we got 99, 999, 998, I don't care, man. We were at 1,000. We were there, dude, at the mountain peak. But hey, that's just the first mountain. We got bigger mountains ahead of us. Please help us get there. We will never get to 10,000 or 5,000 subscribers and actually maybe make money on this show somehow. I don't know. Without your help, dude, we need your help. Shout out to our only Patreon, dude. Cart of Mario, dude. Woo! You're the man. Thank you so much. We do have a Patreon, dude. Link down below. Again, if you want to see more content, that's the only way it's going to happen, dude. I can't quit my job. I can't do it. I'm poor. Hey, this is Tyler, Big Turd Ward. Let me know down below where I fucked this up, because I need to know. This is Tyler, Big Turd Ward. This is the Fantasy Red Zone, and I appreciate you.